Welcome to HoopsTracker. Jerry Howard, your host. HoopsTracker is your source for Colorado girls basketball. We have a special guest today. We have Mairead Hearty from Denver East. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. Now, Mairead, you have a big announcement. What is that announcement? Please tell us.
Yeah, I just committed to San Diego State.
Way to go. That is so awesome. Go Aztecs.
Thank you.
I am so glad that they're picking up more Colorado kids. I know they have Aubrey Cook, who they got last year. In the past, they've actually had some Colorado players, but congratulations. Now, let's talk a little, maybe a different process that they go through as they're looking at schools and things. You had multiple schools that you were looking at. What were kind of the non-negotiables for you, Mary?
Yeah, so my kind of non-negotiables were just really finding a place that I felt like home and like really having a really strong connection with the program. And then also like having a really good belief in like what the program was going to do in the next couple of years. And like what their goals kind of were also like really important to me. And then my connections with like the coaches and like really feeling like that's the place that I'm going to grow and the place that they're going to use me the best was also really important.
No, that's great. Now, as you were going on visits, was there anything in particular you saw like, oh man, this really made sense. This feels like home at San Diego State. What like as you were going through and watching practice or meeting the players, what was that pull? What I mean, there's usually a pull and you just get that sense like now this feels like home.
Yeah, I just think, like, having dinner with them on the visit was just awesome, like, I feel like I really connected with all the players that I had dinner with, and then the coaches, I mean, really made me feel like, that could be my home, and, like, that was someplace that I felt very safe and, like, comfortable going. And then I think just, like, walking around, like, the campus and, like, the city of San Diego, like, I really felt like that was an awesome place, and I felt very connected to it.
No, that's great. Now, you play for Denver East. This summer, you played for Vegas Elite. You crushed it on the circuit. You picked up a lot of offers. Talk about switching gears, going from high school to club. Because last year, you guys had a great run. Getting to the Coliseum was as we talked a little bit about before, it's different playing in the Coliseum than in any other high school gym in the state. But talk about that transition to club and playing for Vegas Elite and what that experience was like for you.
Yeah, so I got an awesome opportunity. My high school coach, Carl Matty, he knew the coach of Vegas Elite, and they were at our tournament that we held during Christmas last year. And so I got
Mhm,
a chance to kind of meet the coaches and meet some of the girls that I was going to play with this summer. And
mhm,
I felt that that was a really good option for me to play this summer. And it
mhm.
worked out really well. I got to play this summer with some really great girls who were all super successful and like awesome guards. And it kind of really worked out for me. I got it in front of a lot of coaches and luckily it worked out. So
Now, which circuit were you guys on at Vegas Elite? Were you on the EYCL circuit? Were you on okay, you were
yeah,
on
we were on EYCL.
oh, very cool. Now, playing with some of those fast guards down in Las Vegas, they are very athletic, aren't they?
Yeah, it was definitely fun to play with them.
Yeah, no, it is. Talk a little bit, was there anybody else on Colorado on your team, or was it just you?
Yeah, so I had Liana Valdez, who was my teammate at Denver East, was also on my team, and we
Mhm.
also had Carson from Cherokee Trail who played with
Oh,
us.
that's right. Carson Chaney came in I think she came in after June, right?
Yeah, so they both played on my team, and then I had some teammates from Denver East who also played on, like, some of the younger levels at Vegas Elite, so we had Hannah Watson, who played on a younger level, and Liv Hanlon, who also played on a younger level.
No, that was great. Well, that was good, right? You had a couple of Colorado players. I'm assuming you guys traveled together,
Mhm.
go to Vegas for practice. What was that like having some of those players with you on the team, on the court? I know having a teammate obviously is a lot fun, but more fun, but having Carson join the team a little bit later, because Carson is one of the top players in Colorado as well. So talk about what that was like transitioning in.
Yeah, it was awesome to play with all of them, and I think it really helped, like, having the connection from girls at East or in Colorado that I had some experience with, and I kinda knew how they played, so we could kinda play together, which I think really helped, especially when you're transitioning to a new team where you don't really know anybody, and that was really helpful, and then I think with the other girls from Denver East. It was a new coaching experience besides Coach Carl. So I think that was also important for us all to be in a different environment together and just hear like different points that we can also all bring back to the Denver East season.
No, that's great. Well, since you brought up Coach Carl, talk about playing for Coach Carl because he's one of the winningest coaches in Colorado. He's been around, he's coached at the college level, but as a player, what's it like playing under Coach Carl and how prepares you guys for games and things of that nature?
Yeah, I've been so lucky to have Coach Carl. He's helped me so much, and I think he's really built my game. I
Mhm.
think one of the things that is most important to me about him is he coaches like a college coach. And so, and our practices are like college practices. So I think that's really like helped to prepare me and many of our other girls like of what it's going to be like in college. And so people know like what they're getting into and like if that's the space that they want to be in. And I think it also pushes us like if we work this hard in practice, like games are easier. Is like something he
Mhm.
always really talks about. So, I mean, we've been so lucky to have him as a coach and some of our amazing assistants as well.
Yeah, well, let's talk because you guys have a D1 staff for assistants. You've got Diani, you've got your
Vanessa.
other coach,
Mhm.
Vanessa, who played at CSU. Diani played at Texas. What's that like? Because that's incredible. Not everybody has that kind of staff to help you, whether it's watching film or the nuances. Talk about what are some of the things that happen during practice where they're helping you and encouraging you.
I think they're so important to like our success and like having them in the gym has been so helpful. I mean, Coach Vanessa was a point guard, so she provides like a lot of insight to like a lot of our guards. And also like it's great to talk to her about like what guards should be doing and like how as a D1 guard what she wants her post to be doing. And then Coach Gianni was a post at Texas, so like one of the best posts in the country. So like getting advice from her and being able to work with her in practice has been so valuable for all of us.
Oh, yeah, that's amazing. So, what have you been doing since July? Now, you just committed. I know you've been working hard and you've been on the recruiting trail doing visits, but what are you doing to get yourself better for this upcoming season? Because I think you guys are going to have a special season.
Yeah, I think I've really been working on like just like my strength and conditioning. I've been working on a lot. I think in getting stronger, just not even just for this season, but also preparing for college. Strength has been a really big focus for me. And then also just like I think growing my shots and my moves and just becoming more comfortable by doing them just like every day. So they
Mhm.
become second nature and they'll be easier in games.
No, that sounds good. Now, since you just went through the recruiting process, what's some advice that you would give some other young women who are either going through it or they're going to be going through it in the future? Colorado's loaded with talent, but what are some of the key things that you would recommend or encourage some of these young women to look at as they go through that process?
So I feel like I had a very different recruiting process than I think most people went through. I received probably 95% of my offers during the summer before my senior year. And I
Mhm.
think during my junior year, I really struggled with comparing myself to like other people's path and like looking at the offers that other people were receiving and feeling frustrated that I wasn't getting the same thing. And then being able to kind of embrace it like senior year and just go all out and not have to worry about like what other people were doing is that's when it like really hit for me and I was able to like really just work really hard in the game and show my talent and that's when I got all my offers. So I think like focusing on my own path was like so important to my success. And I think
Mhm.
it's so important for like other people too, especially with social media and
Mhm.
everybody posting their offers. Like
Mhm.
that's not always important and it's important to like just focus on yourself and like your own path.
No, that's great advice. I mean, I can imagine. Well, and the other thing is, right, you might see here's some guards that are picking up some offers, or here's some like maybe traditional posts, and you don't fit that what I would call traditional post because I think you're a modern day wing. You're a 2-3. You can play 2, 3, and 4. You don't necessarily have to be that five. And in college, I'm curious. So, what did San Diego State? What did they recruit you as position wise?
Yeah, so I got recruited, I think, more as a 4, definitely, like, playing as a 4, but San Diego State also doesn't have, like, a ton of, like, really big posts either, like, 5 players either, so I think, like, just being a flexible player and being able to play, like, the 3 through 5 was, like, really important for, like, being able to go there and being able to play all those positions and, like, have all those skills.
Yeah, no, that's great. And San Diego State in the Mountain West, so you'll be coming home at least twice a year, hopefully, to be able to play. But talk about this upcoming season, because like I said, I think you guys are gonna be special. No secret sauce, no whatever, but talk about Denver East, because you have Grace Hall, you've got some other returners coming back, and hopefully the players that got injured last year are healthy and they're ready to rock and roll. But I have a funny feeling Denver East is gonna be a really strong team. Talk about your team coming up.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll be good this year. It's hard to tell. We have a really, really tough schedule, so I think that's going to be the biggest like thing that will tell us like how we're doing. And then we have so many good players on our team, so I'm really hoping like to see us like put it all together this year. I mean, we have Grace, as you mentioned, Grace Hall, I think is one of the best guards in the whole state. So
Mhm.
having her on our team, I think is going to be a really great help. And having like multiple, we have a couple seniors that are going to be there, so I think that'll be super helpful to have that kind of leadership and going
Mhm.
into especially a lot of these really hard games.
No, that is, and the city league's gonna be tough because you have Northfield, they got the Twins, they've got some other players, you got Rangeview, obviously East. We'll see how South is because I know they lost a couple players that transferred, but I know that city league is gonna be a tough one, so we're looking forward to it. Well, thank you for coming on the show. This has been great. We congratulate you on San Diego State. That is so awesome. You are going to enjoy San Diego. It is a fun place. And with their football program and all the other stuff that goes on campus, it's an awesome university. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and thanks for having me.
Absolutely.